information about the power of prayer. And I'm bringing your attention to one of the writings that was in the bulletin March, the first Sunday in March. Kutia makes these selections. And she made this selection that's in the bulletin today on the 18th of March. But I asked if you could put it back in for this week because that's the theme. You see how we work in concert with each other? Right. You don't really know, it's just God flowing through you as to how you're directed. So I just decided I'd put it back in for this week, and so you'll hear and see more of her selections later on. But I'd like for us just to read this selection that starts with remember. Of course, it's from, of course, David Walker, who we last month talked about. So let's read it in unison.
Remember, you will never, can never change, for you are the perfect, complete mind of God. But your experience can change. Change the experiences you want to change. Bring into your life experiences that which means something to you. By reaching for the idea, accepting the idea as already fulfilled in the mind of God, and then relaxing as the idea takes our form.
So our theme of this month, as you will see in your bulletin, it's time for change. It's time for change. And so we're knowing it's not us, the essence, the inner part of us that's changing. It's those experiences that we have an opportunity to change. And the time is now. Change the way we're thinking. Change. Change the way we're depending on things. Change. You know, in this teaching, we hear a lot about it's all by way of consciousness. It's all by right of consciousness. Consciousness expresses. Be mindful of your consciousness. What is consciousness? Well, we do hear it's done unto you as you believe. So, okay, if that's an out-picturing of our belief, that must be our consciousness. Well, I just had a great, brilliant kind of aha moment last week. And it came up that consciousness is more than we think. Now, we always say it's all consciousness. So if you like, it's more than we think. So I came up with this idea and said, okay, what makes this out picture? Well, you have one thing that's called a thought. So maybe thoughts in there. Then you might have an idea. So our ideas are in there. Then we also have opinions. So our opinions come into play. We sometimes have an attitude about those opinions. So attitude comes into play. Then all of those lead to, okay, we believe this. And then we start to feel it. And then it starts our picture. But you see how many things go in making up to that consciousness we're carrying with us? It's a whole lot of things. It's not just a belief. It's not just an idea. It's all of that rolled into one. And that then outpictures or causes to outpicture that which we really feel. And it becomes our reality. So if you take those components segment by segment, they're powerful. And we say by right of consciousness means that we must have it when we come in. And then it somehow changes not who we are, But our experiences happen and they change. And so our opinions, our beliefs, and all of those start to change. Our consciousness. I thought of what happened last week with those individuals who won the lottery. There was something that was in their consciousness. Now, sometimes we know that it might be in the consciousness and just went right through, because as soon as it came in or comes in, it goes right out. So there's something that's we're looking at when we're on that alignment with the divine. We want those things to be present, to stick, to hold fast. Our consciousness is creating our experience. So let's go a little deeper. And let's use the idea of this lottery thing. So there was this great thought that came into your minds when you saw that it was reaching $500 million. A great thought, and then you had an idea. Oh my goodness, I could do many things with this. Then you might have had some way of knowing that you have an opinion about it. But if I get over that money, well, yeah, I can still have it. I can do it. Then maybe it became an attitude. Well, yeah, it's mine. There's nothing I cannot do. But then there was somewhat of a belief. And the belief, we'd like to think is that, well, yeah, this is who I am. And then there's a feeling that went with it. And that feeling then brought it into formation and then into demonstration. Well, I had some kind of experience myself week before last, when it was reaching something like 300 or 400 million. I was at the car wash, and they had one of those machines, that automated machine for tickets. And I thought, yeah, I can do this. $1. For $1. I don't know about the numbers, so I just let them do it. So I got up and put my dollar in the machine. And then this extra, I hit the mega. And that's fine, put the dollar in. And then this other screen came up saying, add $1. And I had already given them $1. And so I went to the back screen, backed it up, and I thought, okay, we'll do this again. So I did it, and it rolled to the ad. I thought, well, now this isn't working for me, so the woman who was waiting on the people to get their car washed, I went over to her and I said, I know this is not part of what you are, but I put $1 in that machine, and I don't have a ticket. And I put the $1 in, and they're making their selections for me, and so she got out of her seat, came over, and she pointed to the little tray that's at the bottom of the machine, and she just pointed, yeah, there's your ticket. Okay, all right, so I grabbed the ticket, and my car was almost washed, and threw the ticket in my purse. That evening, of course, everybody was a Twitter about all the drawings, and I was doing whatever it was, something else. I thought, oh, my ticket. So I looked in my purse and I had 2 tickets. I thought, oh, one's a receipt for what I took. And I picked it up, and I had 2 tickets. And one had 5 selections on them. And I thought, oh my goodness. Here's my ticket, but there were 2 in that tray. Someone didn't pick up their ticket. So I rapidly went through this whole thing of consciousness. The idea, the thought, the idea, the opinion, the attitude. And I came to a belief, and I thought, but wait, this isn't my ticket. What am I to do? And I kept looking at this 5 opportunities in front of me. And I had myself believing that was my opportunity. But something else happened, this thing that's called ethics.